I'm just going to warn you before I get into this video. If you're sensitive and you don't like cursing and you don't like somebody telling you just how it is bluntly, then this video is probably not for you because it's a fucking wake up call for you to actually change your business and to stop complaining about cold lead email doesn't work. I don't have enough business. I don't, I can never change what I'm doing. I'm just stuck doing the same thing over and over again. I'm never going to be able to grow my business. This channel's dead. That channel's dead. The other channel's dead. And I'm just stuck in this pathetic little situation and this life of business, and I'm just trapped forever and I can never change anything. Okay, if that's you, I probably wouldn't watch this video. Now, if that's you, but you actually want to change and get better results and change your business and your life for good, I'm going to tell you the truth and I'm going to show you the fucking math on how you can actually change your business and your situation using cold email and how we can help you with not just our software, but our accelerator program and actually start getting you real results instead of whining and complaining and moving on from growth hack to growth hack. Okay? So that's my disclaimer to get started with this video. All right, you fucking spammers, let's get down to business. I just popped a nicotine pouch and I put together this crazy spreadsheet as I'm a spreadsheet nerd and I just love numbers. And you're in business and you should love numbers too. If you don't, you should probably stop watching this video and give up on cold email altogether. So what I want to do is I want to show you how Lead Engine completely changes the landscape of your cold email. I get asked quite a bit on how is Lead Engine going to be any better than all of the other platforms? So what I did is I put together this master calculator that is going to help you calculate out every different phase that our platform helps you with lead conversion and generating opportunities. I've baked into this calculator and I'm going to go through it in detail with you. So the calculator is going to help you determine where you're at now and then where you actually could be, calculating all the things you should think about. So most people just look at a cold email software and they just look at the price of the cold email software. They don't factor anything else in to the price that you actually pay for running cold email. And I'm not just talking hard costs, I'm talking soft costs, I'm talking opportunity costs, I'm talking labor costs. There's a bunch of costs you actually need to think about. Use your fucking brain and stop looking at just the price of whatever the sequencer is charging you. You need to factor everything in. And that's what I'm going to help you do in this video. So strap on your thinking helmet and stick with me throughout this video, because if you're doing cold email now or you're going to do cold email in the future, if you don't understand these things for your cold email process, you're going to start doing cold email and you're going to experience all the things that I'm talking about in this video. You're going to fucking fail and you're absolutely going to just trash cold email then, and you're going to move on to some other growth hack that doesn't work, or it's going to require the same, if not more effort into the process. You're going to be looking for that silver bullet and you're never ever going to find it. So just strap in, listen to everything that I'm saying in this video, and you're going to be able to see and at least think about all the different pieces of the puzzle that you need to factor in when you're considering your cold email strategy. So with all that energy aside, let's dive into this thing. So there's a few tabs. There's an input tab, an assumptions tab, and then an output tab. So your input tab, what we're going to do is we're going to input some numbers with your current situation. So the first one, monthly leads sent. So here's your input item category. You're going to enter a value here. Don't enter dollars or percentages. The calculator is already doing it for you. And then here's a note on what each one means. But I'm going to go through this in detail with you. So monthly leads sent. How many leads are you going to reach out to every single month? Is it 5,000? Is it 10,000? Is it 100,000? 20,000 is the number I'm going to use. All right. We need to enter our current deliverability rate. This is a guesstimate. So you can play with these numbers to see, but I guarantee you're not getting the best deliverability you could be based on the existing infrastructure that you're using. And we help you solve this not just with the platform, but also with strategies. What's your current reply rate? And if you're not doing cold email, just enter in some numbers here, some befores and afters and whatnot. All right. So this is just the number of replies as a percentage of the leads that you're reaching out to. What's your current positive reply rate? So of the people who reply to you, how many positive replies, the percentage? So 15 is kind of an average number that you should be shooting for. If we can get higher, of course, better, right? What's our current booking rate? So of the positive replies, what percentage of them can you book into a sales meeting? What's our close rate? Of the booked meetings, how many of them do you close? Pretty simple. Now, this is a big one that people are absolutely underestimating. You need to think about this. With your current situation, you have campaign downtime, and it could be for several reasons, right? So it could be that you had deliverability issues. You got to go set up new inboxes. It could be that you ran out of leads and you need to go get more leads. It could be that whoever's running your campaigns shit the bed and aren't running your campaigns and keeping things running. This is a big one, all right? I've entered 20, actually it's probably higher than 20%, let's under 25%, but it's probably higher than this, all right? Maybe you launched campaigns and you're the one running them and you forgot, and then all of a sudden, you know, you started with 1,000 leads, but you only have like it's only sending follow-up emails and it's not enrolling new leads into the campaigns. That is a big aspect of campaign downtime in addition to all the labor stuff, the deliverability stuff. You have to factor that in. Enter your average deal value. What's your lifetime value for each deal? How much are you spending on your existing infrastructure, your sequencer, your warm-up, your email verification, AI tools, Clay, anything that you're using for your campaign? So enter in the number of hours that you're spending per month on cold email, all right? And then enter in the hourly cost of outreach. If this is just you right now, you need to think about how much time it would take you to get the desired outcome that you want. Let's just say you want 20 meetings. You're probably going to spend about in your current situation without our solution, you're going to probably spend 5 hours per meeting. So let's just say you want 20 meetings a month. You're going to spend like 100 hours booking meetings with cold email. Then what's the hourly cost? So if you have a team running this, enter in your average hourly cost, but also factor in what you're worth. How much time are you spending on it, and how much money does that factor in? If it's just you running it and you're the owner, don't value your time at zero. It's not zero. There's opportunity costs here. You could be spending that time focusing on customers and delivering and all that kind of stuff. Your time is worth money, so enter in a value for that. Don't underestimate it. Then there's domain and IP remediation costs. So fixing email deliverability issues. The number is probably much higher than this. And then enter in, you don't know the pricing for Lead Engine, and this is not the price. I'm just going to increase the price just so when I show you the comparison, it's going to show you that you're still going to make a fuckload more money with my platform than anyone else's platform out there. I could enter in a crazy number into here and you're still going to make way more money than you would have otherwise using some other shitty platform. Now, there's a lot of good platforms out there, but when you juxtapose it with the platform and the solution that we have, it's nothing. Now we're going to hop over to the assumptions tab. So using my platform and everything we've built into it to make your life easier and get you better results with cold email, here's the categories that we can help you improve every step of your cold email funnel. So deliverability improvement. What lift? So it's a lift from your existing outcome or your existing output that you're getting and using mostly our private infrastructure here. There's some other things that go into this like the AI spin tax and things like that for better deliverability, but by and large, private infrastructure. So let's just say we get a nominal 30% boost. So stupid math, let's say you've got 10% deliverability right now, a 30% boost would only get you to 13%, but that's an increase. And I think we entered like what, 50% or something like that in here, some number in here somewhere. Reply rate improvement. So our platform has dynamic AI and AI personalization that can help you get a boost, an increase in your reply rates. Then what kind of boost can we see in positive reply rates? Our lookalike lead refuel, plus we help you craft cold email ready offers and lead magnets to help substantially increase your positive reply rates. And I'm entering dirt low numbers here. The numbers are going to be much higher than this. All right. And then we're going to see a slight incremental increase from automated follow-ups and better targeting. So with our lookalike leads and the system adding leads based on positive sentiments, your hit rate, your accuracy rate of your leads is going to help you improve your overall booking rate. It's going to help you improve your overall close rate. Then we enter a percentage for a reduction in campaign downtime. So because we have safer private infrastructure, you're going to burn less domains, and we have things like lookalike leads and AI lead scoring and all these things, all these catch-all scoring. We've got email validation. Your downtime of your campaigns are going to reduce substantially here. You're not going to have to fiddle around like things like I explained before. You're also going to save a shitload of money on labor. On time. We have a bunch of AI copilots and autopilots built into the platform. And then you can enter in your software spend eliminated. So in here, I think I might have breezed over, I think I might have missed that one. So enter in, how much you're spending on your infrastructure now and how much we can reduce that. So those are our inputs. I know there's a lot of them, but our platform helps you solve so many different things within just the cold email channel that it's going to help give you a boost. Now, these are incremental improvements. So let's take a look at the numbers and the output. So here's your baseline of your existing situation. So delivered leads, actually, not delivered emails, it's delivered leads. How many leads can you get delivered into? All right, so this is 7,500, and where's this number coming from? So if we've got 20,000 here, and we're getting a 50% boost or a reduction, I don't know, anyway, the spreadsheet's doing the math. delivered leads. All right, so it's got a calculation in here. You can look at the formulas if you want. So you would actually be delivering into about 7,500 leads under your current situation. You'd be getting 150 replies, and that's a reply rate of 2%. So 2%. You see the number there. Our positive replies is based on our input, 15%. Our booking rate, 20% based on our input. 15% close rate based on our input. All right. And based on our lifetime value, that average deal size, you would close under this scenario about $6,750. Based on our assumptions, and I'm being conservative with these numbers, what could we reasonably expect? So now we're looking at getting delivered into 11,375. All right, and getting 296 replies. And even though this is just an incremental improvement in reply rate, all right, 2.6% instead of 2%, not a crazy lift. I'm not like tripling the numbers here. All right, but it leads between deliverability and the boost in reply rate that we can see from the things we talked about under the assumptions tab. It's going to be a nice lift. Same thing with positive replies. A nominal increase in positive replies leads to a substantial increase in total positive replies because we're going to have more total replies and an incremental increase in replies. So on and so forth. You see that for meeting bookings. You see that for booking rate. You see that for close rate. And what is the bottom of the funnel impact? 21,000 total instead of 6,750. That is a difference of $14,000 in a single month. 14,000, all right? Our software savings is like zero, I guess. I don't know what I entered into here, but it's $1 apparently. Our labor savings is $5,000. Our delivery costs avoid is only $75 for a total monthly gain of $19,000 and an ROI of 19x. So you can go through this. I mean, enter the craziest lowest numbers that you possibly want here. It's still going to result in more money and a ton of labor cost savings overall within the platform and a total positive ROI. You literally, you can't go wrong here, all right? I don't know what else to tell you. These are all the different things that we've helped improve for every step of the funnel. It's math. Now, of course, there's assumptions in here, but if you've done cold email in the past, you know that you've struggled with a lot of these different things with, campaign downtime, with bad deliverability, with copy that's not personalized, with irrelevant leads, with bad offers, not good lead magnets, all this kind of stuff leads to significant declines in what you're actually getting with cold email. If you've done cold email in the past, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, and you don't know what I'm talking about, this is what you would experience, is significant decreases in what you can actually achieve. And this is why there's a bad plague in the industry and cold email gets a bad name, is because people fuck around with all these things and all these bottlenecks that we in the cold email process that we have solved between our software and our accelerator program that we help you implement into our software. So this is a resource that you absolutely can use just to give yourself, obviously the baseline numbers and then see what is potentially possible. And again, I'm being super conservative here. I've seen improvements of 100% on deliverability, 100% on reply rates. I haven't seen 100% on positive reply rates. The most I've seen is probably somewhere close to 50. The booking rate and close rates, isn't like a huge increase that we ultimately help with necessarily. So if we keep this conservative, all right, your campaign downtime reduction can actually be quite a bit more. Your labor cost savings, it can actually be closer to like an 80%. And I don't know exactly how much you're spending on software, and you don't know the exact cost of our platform. So we might not see like a huge decrease in that, right? So now we take a look at the numbers and go, holy shit, the output's way different. All right. But now maybe you're like, well, Patrick, I'm not going to reach out to 18,000 leads in a month, right? So, play around with how many leads, you might reach out to. Maybe it's only 10,000 a month. We're still going to see significant improvements. All right. And this isn't even getting into multi-channel and, following up on the phone, picking up your positive reply phone and calling positive replies. You can double your output just from doing that. This is just the cold email channel. This is asinine. This is absolutely like it's a crazy improvement. And that's why I encourage you to check out the video that we have that I break down all the different pieces of the platform and we're helping you improve. And I show you case studies of how we've actually done this. Anyone can put numbers in a spreadsheet. But I encourage you to watch that video so you can check out some of the case studies and testimonials and things of that nature, and then book a call with us. See if it makes sense. Like I mentioned, we're not a cheap sequencer. We're not crazy expensive either. But it takes money to make money. And if you want to stop struggling with your cold email and actually start getting results, you're going to have to make a fucking change in your business, or you're going to be sitting around bitching for the rest of your life and jumping from growth hack to growth hack and never getting the results and taking your business from where it is now to where it actually could be and where you want to go. You're going to have to do something. You're going to have to invest some money. I hope you make the smart decision and invest it with us, and we'll help you, not just with the software. We're not just going to hand you a software and tell you to go figure it out like every other tool does, and then you fuck around and waste 6 months, however many months, and a whole bunch of time, a whole bunch of money, a whole bunch of resources, a bunch of distractions. You start losing customers because you take focus away from executing on your existing customers, and we're going to help you avoid all of that, right? With our accelerator program, which comes with coaching, support, all that kind of stuff. I go through all of that stuff in the 12-minute video that you can watch. That's right on our website. Like, you can just start watching it. I don't even want your email address. So go out and check that out. Play with this calculator and see what's possible. And then let's start making some more fucking money instead of just sitting around crying about cold email being dead, or I just can't grow my business. Let's start making more money, and we're here to help you with it. And if you're offended by my language, I can't fucking help you. So just sit around and cry to your wife, cry to your mom, cry to whoever it is, and just keep struggling with cold email and complaining that you're just going to be stuck in this never-ending cycle of never getting fucking results in your business. And I don't know. Have a good day.